What about karma? Good karma or negative karma? Did you learn anything about?
There's no such thing as karma, at least as I understand that term. What I was given to understand about why we choose certain lives, and with reincarnation is a fact. You know, her question assumes reincarnation. I mean, I saw all my other lives. I know reincarnation was a fact for me. I'm assuming it is for everybody else too. But my understanding of karma is that if you do something in one life, you kind of have to pay for it in the next life. That does not exist. My understanding from merging into Source is that we choose a theme, a concept, an emotion, something that we're going to experience on behalf of Source. And like that might be, we want to experience rejection, or we want to experience human love as a gay person, we want to experience blindness, you know, anything that a human can experience. We pick a theme of some human experience. We come into one human life and we experience from one perspective. Then we come into the next human life and experience the same theme in a different body from a different perspective. Then we come into another human life, and we keep going through human life after human life until we've experienced 360 degrees of that theme or that concept. So like if your concept is rejection, first life you might be the person who gets rejected by your groom at the altar. Next life, you reject your husband by divorcing him. Next life, your kids reject you as parents. Next life, your parents reject you as a child. Some of these lifetimes, if you're aware of other lifetimes that you've had, it can look like karma. It can look like, oh, well, because I rejected so-and-so, this life I got to be rejected. That's not it though, because you don't necessarily experience the opposite the very next life. But if you happen to, it can look like payback. It's not. You choose. And we choose the parents that are going to produce the human being that we want to live in, to experience whatever we came here to experience. That's all there is to it. It's very simple. There's no payback. There is no judgment. Unconditionally loving means no judgment. And not only does Source not judge us, it is incapable of judging. It's incapable of discernment. Humans judge. Humans have discernment because they have to. It's part of the survival mechanism. Source doesn't have to worry about survival. Everything is fine with Source. And then people don't like it when I say that because they go, oh, murder can't be right, and child abuse and rape and all these things can't be right. It's not that they're right or wrong. Source does not have judgment about it. So no matter what you do, when you die, you can't go anywhere but where you already are in Source's mind, regardless of what you do. Now, you can have repercussions in the manifested world from your consequence, from your behavior. And in your life review, you will see your behavior. And you will not only see it, but you will feel it. And you will feel how it impacted everybody else affected, and their relatives, and the ripple effect. You will feel all of that. And having gone through that twice, I had another life review 3 years after I died. It is not fun. Once you go through it, you realize, I would rather not experience this again, in the afterlife and feel all the repercussions. So you try to behave a little better. But it's not punishment and it's not karma. And there's no destiny and there's no fate. We choose. Each of us choose our lifetimes. We choose what we're going to do. We choose who we are. We choose what we want to be. And as we go from lifetime to lifetime, we can't remember much of who we really are, but we remember enough that we evolve through the process. We don't generally repeat the same things that caused us heartache in previous lives. But if we do, we have another opportunity to resolve it. And we're all resolving traumas that came to us as humans from other lives in this life. And we will continue to carry these traumas from lifetime to lifetime until we resolve them. And how do you resolve them? That's where therapists come in. That's what good therapy is all about.